Yeah, let's go.
Thanks very much, Dan. Good afternoon, Nuno.
Well, Jamie.
If I could ask you first of all about the afternoon that the club have planned for Billy Bonds on Sunday. I know you've only been at the club a short space of time, but in that time I'm sure you've come to appreciate just how important he is to West Ham United.
Yes, of course. And it's going to be a good chance to pay tribute. I think the day that we got the news was a very sad day. Now it's a moment to celebrate and honour the memory of Billy Bonds.
Yeah. Just if I could ask you about any team news, any fresh injury concerns ahead of this weekend?
Always players to assess. As you understand.
You going to give away any more than that?
I can't. Sorry.
After this weekend, of course, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and El Hadji Malik Diouf will be heading off to AFCON. I think they've played almost every minute for you since you've arrived at the club. How difficult will they be to replace, or do you have options?
We're going to miss them. It's something that we have to deal as a squad, and then we have to find solutions inside of the squad to complement. We have natural fullbacks. Oliver this week is back in training, so it's another option for us to decide. We deal with that after. Now they are involved in the game.
Yeah, how important have they been for you, those two players?
Like you said, they've been playing and been helping the team. So two players that we're going to miss them.
I think you would agree that your priority was to make this side harder to beat, and you've done that. It is now a hard side to beat, West Ham. How do you now turn those 1 points, like you've had against Brighton and Manchester United, into 3 points more regularly?
We didn't achieve a clean sheet, so it's always something that we still need to do. You said, there's improvement, but not total improvement. So I think we still didn't reach the standard that we expect. But like you said, it's been improvement. And on the other part also, we've been scoring, we have creating chances. So it's a moment to try and find the balance so we can compete all the game. We've been having leads and losing in the last moments. We've been able to bounce back from results. So the game is always a new situation for us to deal with.
When you came in the door, were you thinking, right, I need to make the side more defensively solid first, and then I could add attacking layers on top of that? And do you think you've done that?
When we came inside, was the moment to assess and see what we have in reality, and then try to identify how we're gonna be. Was not a clear intention. A lot of things to improve, but how we're gonna compete. And that is not only defensive; it's how we compete as a team, and more important is how we operate as a group. Because it's not only the players that play. So for us to improve, it requires the involvement of all the players in the squad. All the training sessions are important. That's when we achieve the real improvement.
Just a couple of final questions from me about your opponents on Sunday. I mean, you could say that Aston Villa are perhaps the best side in England at the moment, given the current form they're in. Would you go along with that?
They are a very good team. They have a very good team with a very good manager and very good players. They are playing good. They didn't start the season so well, and look what they are now. So we know that we're going to face a very tough opponent full of quality.
What do you think is the most impressive thing about them?
Everything. And it's a squad that's been together for some time now with Emery, with Unai. So you can see the patterns, you can see the idea, the identity of the team. So very good team, Villa. Thank you.
Hi Nuno.
Hello.
We've heard a bit about how good Villa have been this season. They've won 9 of the last 10 Premier League games. How do you prepare your team mentally when you look at those stats?
We know that the Premier League we're going to face always tough opponents, so there's no big difference. We try to focus first on ourselves, how we want to compete, and then try to be accurate on the details that we have to pass to our players.
I was here for your Burnley win when you won against Burnley. I was at that match, and the last 4 games you've drawn 3. Do you feel there's a bit of, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, the work that you're doing?
I can see that we are improving. All of those games are different. Those that we draw, those that we lost, those that we win. So we don't create a clear. We know that it's every time is going to be very tough, and Sunday is going to be very tough. What we want is to compete well, give our fans something that they can identify with, so they can support us, and let's see in the end if we have a good result.
Unai Emery, what do you make of? He's done a great job so far this season. What do you make of him as a manager in terms of the work that he's done?
Look, I know Unai more than 10 years we played each other against each other a long time ago in Spain. So I have big admiration for Unai, and he knows personally that I admire him and respect him.
You speak, ahead of the games, with him when you're facing each other.
Not too much. More after.
After what you say, are you like, "Oh, I got one over you"?
No,
or?
it depends. One of us is going to be delighted, the other. So it's but always based on respect and admiration.
I know you've spoken as well a lot about how special your African heritage is to you. The Africa Cup of Nations is coming very soon. You've got a good history of working with African players. Will you be watching the Africa Cup of Nations? Yes,
of course, especially the matches that our players are going to be involved. But normally I see all the competition.
Is it a good way for you to suss out talent coming out of Africa as well?
No, I just look at the games. It's always, the Africa Cup of Nations is always very enjoyable because the games are open and you can see good action. So I don't go there to work, just to enjoy the football.
Thank you.
And one from RCB.
Hi Nuno, great talking to you again. Nuno, similar trend to kick off Aston Villa, just on the challenge of playing on Aston Villa. People talk about the flair players, but the real strength of Aston Villa so far has been that midfield. And how do you combat maybe the brute strength of Amadou Onana, the technical ability of Tielemans, and then maybe the leadership of John McGinn? Well, they have really been the driving force behind Aston Villa this season, that trio.
I agree. They have a very good group of midfielders that play. You are identifying the characteristics, and we have our midfielders. And many of the times it's a man-to-man situation. So we have to equal and maybe be better than them. If we are able to do that, we can compete well.
And Nuno, as we all know, Jared Bowen is the heartbeat of West Ham. He's a cult figure among the fans. He provides leadership for the team as well when he's on the field every minute he plays. And do you believe maybe there's enough leadership in this West Ham side if, God forbid, Jared Bowen wasn't available for a game or two in succession in the Premier League, or is he so vital to you that he needs to be on the field nearly every game?
I hope he's every time involved, every minute, because what he's giving to the team is it's huge, and for us it's truly important that he's there, and he leads by example. He's our captain. But when you say you cannot play on ifs, if the situation comes, we have a group of players that are able also to contribute on the aspect of leadership.
Okay, and Nuno, just two to finish off for me here. I suppose, Nuno, before you came in the summer, so this is irrelevant in some senses, before you came in the summer, West Ham got a big fee for Kudos, and maybe this January is probably the first time really that they've had a chance to reinvest this money back into the playing squad. And is that a motivation for you to maybe use some of that surplus money that might be left over to reinvest into this squad?
We didn't think about it yet.
Okay. And just one quick one to follow up. In the past, West Ham have been known to have some great aristocrats in terms of flair players that fans would pay to come in to see. Pay off their seats. Di Canio, Felipe Anderson, Yarmolenko, these players that spring to mind that can create moments of magic. Maybe in West Ham going forward, is that the plan? Maybe experienced players similar like that, like a Matteo Zaccagni, Milinkovic, Savage, players within budget that can create moments of magic for the fans?
I'm sorry, I understand your question, but it's not the moment yet. I hope that our fans come and see and enjoy our players' actions. Thank you.
Okay, thanks guys. Cameras off, please.